What exactly do you get when you order the Redragon Predator M612 RGB? That's what we're gonna figure out today. Unfortunately, during my move, my Corsair Night Sword took some damage and I couldn't feel the click anymore. It works, but I couldn't feel the click, and now it started like double clicking on its own and not be able to hold the click. And you never realize how much you click and drag until your click and drag doesn't work anymore. Anyways, shout out to Corsair because they sent me that one for free, but now I can't afford it. So I bought this one. I'll put the price on screen. And there's a couple of claims on the box that I'm interested in. Of course, 8000 DPI, pretty good. 9 programmable keys, pretty nice. But there's also a quick fire button. Let's open it up. Package is pretty clean. They have a little sticker here. Bottom here, what are those? Oh, we got some stickers. Yo, all of those are individual stickers. So we got the big one here and then all the little ones. That's pretty cool. Also, the design is nice. I recognize the watchdogs too, right there. Okay, this is definitely points. This is so cool. There's more stuff. I'm guessing this is a quick start guide. Yep, alrighty. And we have the mouse itself. USB cable attached. This is a wired mouse, by the way. Okay, it's actually thicker than I expected. This is not small or anything. If I compare it to the Night Sword, it has a slightly bigger clicking area than the Night, but it doesn't show well on camera, whatever. Anyway, time to show it to you. Look at that, very clean. It's not gonna stay clean for long. Okay, so we have the 2 buttons on the left here. I'm guessing this is what the quick fire button is. 3 buttons under the wheel, and there we go. At the bottom, there is a mode switch button. If you can see that, not completely sure what that does yet. We'll figure it out. Nice branded cable holder there. And oof, this is this is good and not good at the same time. This is how thick the cable protector is. So it's good because it'll basically prevent the USB cable from damage basically at the base, but at the same time, if you have a setup where you need for the cable to, not stick out too much or something, this could be an issue. But in that case, what you can do is buy an adapter, and there are those right angle adapters, and yeah, you can just put it in whatever orientation you want it to. Let's plug it in to see what the RGB looks like, and then we'll read the quick start guide to figure out what the software is. Whoa, okay, I almost dropped it there. Ooh, the clicking is actually kind of loud. And that's what I want. I haven't felt a click in so long. Like a left click, I haven't felt that in about a year actually, since my click stopped working. All right, got it plugged in, and oof, it's already looking. So the RGB is not gonna look that great on camera because I'm guessing the frequency wasn't meant to be on camera. So it's gonna look like it's flickering, but in real life, it's not. The colors are pretty nice. Right now it's doing an effect where it seems like the color is going from up and down, but I'm guessing like all the RGB are set to different colors and they're just slowly fading into other colors. So when I palm it, this is what it looks like and this is what it feels like, and it feels great. It has a little bit of weight to it, but not too much. I am not seeing anything at the bottom here to potentially add weight. So I'm guessing if you would like to do that, you'll probably have to dismantle the whole thing. I don't want this video to be a full comparison with the Night Sword, but it is the best mouse or the most expensive and the best mouse I've ever had. And at the bottom here, you could just remove this, and then you'd have a space to add 6 different weights. Now, on this one, I'm a pretty handy person, so I could easily add some weight to it, not a problem. But for someone who's not, it might be an issue. Putting my fingerprints everywhere. But yeah, overall, feels really nice. Oh, and something for me particularly is the ability to be able to click. Like right now, it's clicking. I can press here even, and it clicks. I love that because it allows me to be, kind of lazy and grip it that way if I don't want to have like a full palm grip like that, right? Now, one thing that might be a little difficult to show is the placement of those buttons. I feel like it's placed well for you not to click them accidentally, but at the same time, if I'm really gripping this like that, those 2 buttons, by the way, on my thumb, if I'm gripping it like that, this is hard to access unless I do this, right? So I really got to click with this to hit it, and then that one. I usually put my melee button there. This is going to be my melee button, and I usually put this for like voice comms or something. So it's not a bad placement, but it's a little bit further back than I'm used to on other mouses. The quick start guide tells you what the buttons do by default, even if you're not using the software. The bottom key here in the middle changes the light. You mostly have red, red fade in, red fade in, fade out, and then your RGB. And the side buttons are set to left forward key and left backward key. They also talk about the user mode, so I'm guessing that's the switch button that we saw at the bottom. You know, that one. And it tells you that the LEDs will change depending on what user you have. So let me turn the LEDs on and let me press that button. Okay, so it blinks in a specific color. Nice. So red user mode 1, blue user mode 2, and then 3, 4, 5. You can have 5 user modes. And this is all without software, which is probably how I'm gonna use it. I don't like one specific software having to be open to control everything. My mic, my keyboard, my mouse, I hate that. But depending on which DPI you're on, you will have a different light. So that's important to know. So they tell you the OS support and they tell you the software instructions. They don't mention where to get the software. They don't tell you the name of the software. That's pretty funny. Redragon, if you're watching this, first of all, send me free stuff. I'll be glad to review them. But also you might want to mention like the website or something. Of course, it's probably going to be like redragon.com, but come on now. This is crucial information. Put it on your quick start guide. All right, let me figure it out. Okay, so I made it to their website and first things first, they don't have my mouse in there in their download page. So we're going to pick the closest one. I have the 612. This is the 614, but I'm guessing it's probably the same software. I also noticed something else, and it's the play that is on the click, which makes it kind of noisy. This is without clicking, like I'm not clicking right now. So there's a little bit of play because I clicked and it felt like I double clicked. Like I clicked and the plastic hitting the click made a noise and then the click made a noise. So it went click, click. Device is disconnected. No, it's not. All right, so this is a different website, Redragon Zone. Okay, it's there. Software. I'm a little freaked out right now. Can I trust this? What's the worst that can happen, right? I swear, if it tells me device disconnected, I'm gonna lose my mind. At least it's pretty intuitive. I'll give them that. We have the different modes. I have 5 of them. The lighting, different effects, 7 color breathing. Is it 7 color breathing? It is. Let's go. Let's bump up the speed. Apply. Oh, it takes a little bit to apply. We are 7 color breathing, chat. Let's go. And you can name the different profiles. So if you have a profile for a specific game, for example, I think that is nice. What else do we have? Flash. It would have been cool to have an actual preview of all of that. Let's put it white. See what that looks like. Come on. Okay, it takes a little bit, but yeah, then it flashes. All right, not the best effects that I've seen, but pretty cool that it's that customizable. Sucks that we don't have an actual preview. All right, customize. Show me the buttons. Ooh, okay. Can I click directly on? Oh, yes, that's nice. That is kind of nice. Scroll up, scroll down. So you can customize the scroll, which is really, really nice. Middle mouse button, customize that too. So those are DPI plus, DPI minus. This is LED mode switch. Cool, 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 cool. That is fire key. And then you can customize that too. So by default, it was 3 clicks, remember? And 10 delay. I'm guessing like that's milliseconds. Would have been cool if you told us that. But you can also set it to a keyboard key. That's cool. So you can do like macros straight up directly from the mouse. And then here it says forward and backward. That's not what, okay. It was written weird in the quick start guide. Check out these options. Okay, so we have the basic stuff, left, right, middle, forward and stuff. And then cut, copy, paste, all fine, new, print, save, nice. Switch window, my computer, run, show desktop, lock PC, damn. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but wow. Advanced single key, combo key, fire key, sniper. I don't know what sniper means. Media. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. DPI, of course. Mode, polling rate, nice. And then macro manager. What is that? Does it just, oh. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a proper macro thing where you can do multi-action. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be great. If I click plus here, I'm adding a new one, right? I can name it my macro. Oh, I should have named it first, but now I can change name. Okay, cool. Mouse action. I don't know what that is. Okay, you can pick which mouse action to do. Wait, what do you mean mouse move left, move right, move? Can you program mouse move? Surely you can't program mouse movements, right, chat? I don't know what 1 is. Let me set this to 15 and then 15. So let's add that. Let's insert delay, change that delay to 100 milliseconds. Well, actually 1000 milliseconds so we can observe it. And then let's make it move right. And then insert another delay. Wait, that didn't change. Okay, you double click to change the delay. This is getting way more in depth than I thought. Bro, I can definitely see people cheating in video games with this. It's so cool. Wait, maybe I should turn off my camera because you guys can see everything. This is what the full screen looks like. This is wild. All right, let's say move down and let's click start and try to observe the mouse. Quick question. Why did everything disappear? Okay, everything disappeared. So let me try again. And then I spent 10 minutes on this macro thing trying to make it work, and I couldn't figure out. It just didn't work. Every time I clicked start, it would disappear. And yeah, I need to watch a tutorial or something like that. All right, listen, I can't figure out how this thing works. All you need to know is apparently there is a way to have like some macros, I guess. I'll let you know in the comments if I figure it out. Oh yeah, there's also the DPI where you can really tweak your mouse to respond the way you want it to, which is nice. And you can see it goes all the way to 8,000. Anyway, I think that was valuable because not only did I show you what to expect when you buy this mouse, but also where to get the software. You're not gonna get it from the normal Redragon website. You have to find it on redragonzone.com. And I also showed you what the software can do. Hopefully I can figure out the whole macro thing. Overall, pretty solid. I love the way it feels. I love the fact that I can click from all the way down there. Love that. 9 buttons. The RGB is not the best RGB I've ever seen, but I don't care. I don't look at my hand when I'm playing. I love the mode switch at the bottom, the customizable keys, including the rapid fire thing where you can make it just with one click. I don't have any use for that. And the cons for me is the left button right there that I have to press with the middle of my thumb, and I have a long thumb. And also the little play. There's a little bit of play here. I don't like how noisy this can be. This is pretty noisy without clicking. So if I'm tapping, it feels like I'm double clicking. Otherwise, pretty great product. Check out the comments just in case like I discover something new. I'll let you know in the comments, like on top of the comments. Check that out. Redragon, again, if you're watching this, send me stuff. Send me stuff, Redragon. Oh, and amazing stickers. That's it. Bye-bye.